Hello, join me as we continue to learn how to manage money from this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And this is the continuation, video number 55. Please join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. On this channel, I share what I learn, continue to learn. And in this video, we are learning from this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and this is video number 55. If you are new, my name is Sherifa, Nakalema, business owner here in Virginia, USA. And on here, I share YouTube tips, business tips, and online tips through affiliate marketing, motivation, asking you to take a step to make your life better. And then, like the book is an addition, a recent addition. Great books, we'll continue to do great books. And please, if any of that sounds good, if the idea of making life better sounds like a good idea, please consider subscribing and clicking on the bell to be notified when I have the new videos. And for those of you, before I forget, the ones who have said yes, appreciate you very much. Please always remember to like the video and to leave a comment before you leave. And for those who are new also, please always, please leave a comment so I know that you got here. Without a comment, I can't know that you watched it. I'm going to share my schedule. My schedule is daily. I'm here daily, 11 a.m. USA Eastern Time. Please check your the local listing, the equivalent of that. And that is daily with books, if you see on the schedule. But then on Thursdays and on Sundays, I come 30 minutes later, 11:30, also like 2 videos. And that will be YouTube tips, business tips on Thursdays. And then motivation on Sundays. Sometimes the time could move a little bit on the second video, but the second video always comes, Thursdays and Sundays. Please support that. And then on Friday, I come live. The same time which is scheduled for books, I come live. And I started throwing in even a few more lives. When I have a moment, I just come on live. So please subscribe and then also click on the bell so you get notified when. Also, for those of you who are already subscribed and have the clicked on the bell, please always look at the community tab. That's when I post some things like for you, for my community, to know what's going on. At the end, I'm going to share how you get this book audio free for 1 month, how you get to buy it if you want to buy it, how you get to all those videos we finished up to number 50, today number 55. Can you imagine? We started from 1, it's the same book. There's a lot to learn there. And then I also share, there is a new list I created on this channel. I'll talk about all that at the end. Let's first move forward with the lessons. In the video 55, we finished 54 when Robert was talking about the 10 steps to develop your God-given powers. And we had covered just one step. I'll come to that. So today we are starting on step number 2. Like when he talked about the steps, today is step number 2. And I think I'll do a step for every video, the way it's going. But before I do that, always, because of the new people who don't know what we are like doing here, we need to know who are we learning from. Who is this person? This person, Robert Kiyosaki, is a self-made millionaire, entrepreneur, educator, investor. When you see me reading, I got it from the book. And he had a mission, Robert, the one who wrote the book, to elevate the financial well-being of humanity, starting with one life and one person at a time. But the lesson he's sharing, that's why he called this Rich Dad Poor Dad, because he's learning from 2 dads, but more from the rich one. But the poor one was actually his real dad. And this one was a very intelligent man. He finished 4 years of college in just 2 years with scholarships and all that. Everything was good. He became, actually he had a PhD. And he was a superintendent of education. But it's an important lesson that with all that, he died broke. That means he didn't have the money. And then the rich one, remember it's Rich Dad Poor Dad? The rich one was actually a friend, his dad. Robert had a friend called Mike, and this is Mike's dad. So they both boys learned from him, Rich Dad. And this one was a unique one also, because he left school at age 13. He was just in 8th grade, but he ended up being one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. You wonder how he got all this education that we are learning from this book. So Robert wrote all the lessons he learned and put them here. That's why we are reading the book. Now, I'm getting to the serious stuff. 54. We ended video number 54. I always like to go back to remind you, especially the ones who have been here. Where did we end? With video number 54. This is 55. On 54, Robert had given us. He said he had 10 steps we need to follow if you are going to create a better life for ourselves. And then number 1 was in 54. We covered it. Find a reason greater than reality. Find a reason greater than reality. He called it the power of your spirit. For me, if you follow me here, I call that your why. Why are you doing what you want to do? Why do you want to do it? So that was number 1. Your why needs to be strong, not just about money. It has to be something greater. Maybe your family, whatever the reason why you really want to make the money. Now, on 55, we're going to step number 2. And number 2 says, make a daily choice. Make a daily choice. He called this the power of choice. And before he even writes, gives us notes on that number 2, he puts a note, a bold note. You don't have the book, but he put something bold between point number 1 and point number 2. The point number 1, remember, was find a reason greater than reality, why you want to do what to become better and become rich. But before he went into number 2, he put this bold, what I'm about to read. He said, if you do not have a strong reason, there is no sense reading further. So he's saying, if you feel you don't have a strong reason to be rich or to do better, you might as well stop. Continue with the book, because he says it will not sound like, it will sound like too much work. That from number 2 onwards, it will sound like too much work for you. So you better stop. I hope you're not stopping, right? I hope you're not stopping. So number 2 is make daily choices, the power of choice. And he says on this number 2, choice is the main reason people want to live in a free country. We want the power to choose. Financially, with every dollar we get in our hands, we hold the power to choose our future, to be rich, poor, or middle class. Our spending habits reflect who we are. Poor people simply have poor spending habits. The benefit I had as a boy was that I loved playing Monopoly constantly. Nobody told me Monopoly was only for kids, so I just kept playing the game as an adult. I also had a rich dad who pointed out to me the difference between an asset and a liability. So a long time ago, as a little boy, I chose to be rich, and I knew that all I had to do was learn to acquire assets, real assets. My best friend, Mike, that's his childhood friend, had an asset column handed to him. That means from his rich dad. But he still had to choose to learn to keep it. Many rich families lose their assets in the next generation simply because there was no one trained to be a good steward over their assets. And remember, in one of the videos, Robert had mentioned that Mike actually did a better job even than his dad, the rich dad. So he did a good job keeping the assets, the money in the family. Most people choose not to be rich. For 90% of the population, being rich is too much of a hassle. So they invent saying like the following, like they say things like this: I'm not interested in money. I'll never be rich. I don't have to worry. I'm still young. When I make some money, then I'll think about my future. My husband and wife handle the finances. All these are quotes. And he said the problem with those statements is that they rob the person who chooses to think such thoughts of two things. Like if you choose to make those kind of statements, you are robbing yourself of two things. One is time, which is your most precious asset. The second is learning. Having no money should not be an excuse not to learn. But that is a choice we all make daily. The choice of what we do with our time, our money, and what we put in our heads. That's the power of choice. All of us have choice. I just choose to be rich, and I make that choice every day. Invest first in education. In reality, the only real asset you have is your mind, the most powerful tool we have dominion over. Each of us has the choice of what we put in our brain once we are old enough. You can watch TV, read golf magazine, or go to ceramics class or a class on financial planning. You choose. Most people simply buy investments rather than first investing in learning about investing. In other words, you need to learn first. A friend of mine recently had her apartment burglarized. The thieves took her electronics and left all the books. And we all have that same choice. 90% of population buy TV sets and only 10% buy business books. See, you chose to be here to read a book or to listen to a book. So it's a good choice. So what do I do? What do I do? He's talking about himself. I go to seminars. I like it when they are at least 2 days long because I like to immerse myself in a subject. In 1973, I was watching this guy on TV who was advertising a 3-day seminar on how to buy real estate for nothing down. I spent $385 and that course has made me at least $2 million, if not more. But more importantly, it bought me life. I don't have to work for the rest of my life because of that one course. I go to at least 2 such courses every year. I love CDs and audiobooks. The reason I can easily review what I just read, what I just heard. I was listening to an investor say something I completely disagreed with. Instead of becoming arrogant and critical, I simply listened to that 5 minutes straight at least 20 times, maybe more. But suddenly, by keeping my mind open, I understood why he said what he said. It was like magic. I felt like I had a window into the mind of one of the greatest investors of our time. I gained tremendous insight into the vast resources of his education and experience. The net result, I still have the old way I used to think, and now I have a new way of looking at the same problem or situation. I have 2 ways to analyze a problem or trend, and that is priceless. Today, I often say, how would Donald Trump do this? Or Warren Buffett do this? Or George Soros? The only way I can assess their vast mental power is to be humble enough to read or listen to what they have to say. Arrogant or critical people are often people with low self-esteem who are afraid of taking risks. That's because if you learn something new, you are then required to make mistakes in order to fully understand what you learned. If you have read this far, I'm talking to you now. If you have read this far, arrogance is not one of your problems. Arrogant people rarely read or listen to experts. Why should they? They are the center of the universe. There are so many intelligent people who argue or defend when a new idea clashes with the way they think. There are so many intelligent in quotes, which means they're not really intelligent. There are so many intelligent people who argue or defend when a new idea clashes with the way they think. In this case, their so-called intelligence combined with arrogance equals ignorance. That's an interesting statement. Their so-called intelligence combined with arrogance equals ignorance. Each of us knows people who are highly educated or believe they are smart, but their balance sheet paints a different picture. A truly intelligent person welcomes new ideas. For new ideas can add to the synergy of other accumulated ideas. Listening is more important than talking. If that were not true, God would not have given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Too many people think with their mouth instead of listening in order to absorb new ideas and possibilities. They argue instead of asking questions. I'm about to finish. I like to warn you when I'm about to finish. I'm reading one more paragraph. I take a long view on my wealth. I do not subscribe to the get-rich-quick mentality most lottery players or casino gamblers have. I may go in and out of stocks, but I'm long on education. If you want to fly an airplane, I advise taking lessons first. I'm always shocked at people who buy stocks or real estate but never invest in their greatest asset, their mind. Just because you bought a house or 2 does not make you an expert on real estate. So this lesson was, okay, he said it was about choice, but it was also about choosing to learn. And this is me now talking. It's the end of reading 55. This is me. I like that point because he's talking about the importance of the choice you make. You're choosing to be here to listen to me. There are so many people, even who see this, they even come on it. They come and watch 2 minutes and leave. They think this is useless. So you make a choice what you do with your time. And I appreciate you for seeing this as a time you spend here as valuable. And I'm hoping you're going to take some notes because these are 10 points. This was point number 2. Please take out somewhere, get a piece of paper or notebook and note these points because they are very, very important. When it comes to, when you talk about the importance of education, I see this all the time. Like when I'm here on this channel, I tend to share things that are even free. I say, free trial. But then people say, oh, but I'm worried they're going to ask for money after. Yes, this is valuable information. If you have the money, spend it and learn. Like there is a very important course that I promote on this channel. It's called Partner with Anthony about affiliate marketing. That course is priceless. It's just $97 if you buy all of it. It's just $7 a month. But the information you get out. Because if you pay $7 a month, within 2 months, you're done with the course. That's $14. But the information you get, you know how he said the course got, he bought under $400. He ended up making over $2 million because of the knowledge he gained. But if you want to get things just for free, then the value, because you see, you watch us in videos, someone says how to do this, how to do that. But it's not as thorough. It's not as step by step to show you exactly what you need to do. You need a real course so you know what to do. So invest in yourself. I keep saying, please, people, come, pay $7 twice, 2 months, and you have a lot of information that can make you millions. But guess what? People don't like to do it. Even those who paid for the course, you could be watching me. You paid the $97, but don't even finish the course. So it's a choice. We are choosing not to do it. Remember what he wanted us to do? He wants that don't even go to number 2 if you're not like really, really serious. That's what he sort of meant. This takes some effort. Rich people don't just sleep and money comes to you find them in their beds. They're working. So that's me talking to you. Please invest in yourself. If it's a book, read the book. I've been offering this book free. But how many people have gone there to get it? Very few. I don't understand. But so many people have watched my video. They watch and leave. It's a choice, like he said. He said 90% of the people chose not to do it. Hopefully we're in the 10%. In fact, it's less than 10%. He says 10%, but it's actually less than that. It's 4% or 5%. Very few people take action. Okay, rambling is done. That's me. Please take action. Please. The first action I'm going to ask you to do right now, I'm going to the extras now. Please, I have a list I created. You sent it. It fits with this message. I call them the Sherifa's Go-Getters. And in the pinned comment, there is a list. Go put your email so you be close to me when I'm sharing these things so you get them. All those free things I'm talking about, trials, everything. You have to be on my list. That means you are interested in what we do here. Please add your email in that. Especially you who come to watch me when I'm reading this book on the premieres, please add your email on a list that's in the pinned comment. Sherifa's Go-Getters, what I call it. You just add your email. You don't even have to give me your name, but you get connection with me. Number 1, you can communicate with me by email, but also I share things. I'll be sharing. I haven't started sharing yet. You just get an email back, but soon I'll start sharing things in that email. Number 2, I want feedback, please. We're about to finish the book. In fact, you be on my list first, then send me a note saying, what's your aha moment? What did you take from this book? Assuming you want me to say it here, because once you send me that email, I'll say so and so thinks, this is what they think of the book. Because I'm about to finish it. I'm collecting feedback. Please put your name on, put your email so you can get my email back, so you can communicate with me. Send me a note. What's your takeaway from this book? Then the other thing, for those who want to get the book, the physical book, you go through my website, honestsoul.com. I have a page I call Amazon Deals. You'll see the photo, the image of this. You can go buy. For those of you who want a free audio, just listen. The link is in the description. When you click on it, I changed it. Now it takes you not through my website, just straight to Audible, Amazon Audible. And make sure you're choosing Audible Plus, Premium Plus. That's where you look for Rich Dad Poor Dad. They give it to you free for 1 month. And then after that, I'm hoping in 1 month you have listened to it, right? If you're serious, you can listen to it in 1 week. So check that free offer. And then what else did I want to mention? Audible, yes, the other videos that I've finished. Remember, this was 55, all the way from number 1. There's just a link also in that pinned comment. It says all the videos we have covered. You click one click and you get to all of them. You do whatever you want with them. You skip, you watch, you review, you repeat. And it's also the same at the end of this video, the end screen, you see it. I call it lessons from Robert Kiyosaki. That's the one. It takes you from video number 1 all the way. And please, hopefully you could take some notes or something. We've covered a lot of stuff, a lot of knowledge. It's like doing a degree course. Okay, that's the video today. Yes. And soon we're ending it, a few more videos. Please leave a comment. Have you liked it? Check. And have you, I haven't talked about subscribing too much since we get the 10K. I'm not mentioning subscribe, but please check. If the button is still red and you watched me up to the end here, that means it was something interesting, right? Please subscribe, click on the bell so you get to be notified when I have new videos and those lives and everything I do. But also add your email so that you get to be in my world. When I share things, you get them. Leave a comment, please. Like I always end them, I say, take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your family. Take very good care of your health. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.